So the Gulf War, what was it about?
It was about oil.
Oil?
The Bush family.
The Bush family? You remember the Bush family?
No, I'm not.
So you probably didn't get any oil then.
No, I didn't.
Free the slaves.
Civil War.
Stop the Nazis.
World War II.
Return the oil to a feudal monarchy. You know, I haven't heard much lately about the democratic reforms in Kuwait. You don't think they were putting one over on us, do you?
You never know.
You never know.
I decided to go over to Kuwait and find out what exactly it is that we won in the Gulf War. Take a look. Hey, remember the good old days? The Cold War was over, but there were still some bad guys left to fight.
Kuwait is liberated.
My vision is of a world united and grounded in our democratic values. That is why Al Gore and I supported the decision to use force to get Saddam Hussein out of Kuwait.
Two of our leaders said it was our duty to free Kuwait and restore democracy. 3 years later, I'm wondering how the freedom and democracy in Kuwait is doing. So I decided to go over there and visit Free Kuwait. My first stop on the Freedom Tour was the Kuwaiti Parliament, the seat of their democracy. My guide was a member of Parliament. Let's say we wanted to take a freedom tour of Kuwait. What would be the best spots to go to see the freedoms here in Kuwait?
Well, you got the press.
The
It's
press?
the most free press in this region.
They can say anything they want
You can
about
say
anybody.
Anybody, but you take responsibility if you say something wrong.
Now, what happens if you say something wrong?
You will be taken to court.
What's the worst thing that could happen if the court says you were wrong?
You could be taken to jail.
Well, that's a fairly free press. The next stop was the Parliament chamber itself. I was told only first-class citizens could vote or hold office in Kuwait. To become a first-class citizen, you have to be an adult male whose family was living in Kuwait before 1920. That covers about 15% of the population. The country is actually run by the Al Sabah family, the ruling sheikhs who own most of the country. So this is the Emir's room?
Yeah, office.
His office. And what is the book on the desk?
We call it visitors.
Visitors?
You know.
Can we see who's been here? Well, look at this. Appreciative kind of guy. Appreciation for His Highness, the Emir. God bless. Free. Underlined 3 times.
Yep.
Kuwait. Thank you, George Bush.
Mr. George Bush.
Mr. George Bush.
Kuwait is once more in the hands of Kuwaitis in control of their own destiny.
Now, women can't vote here yet.
No, not yet.
No?
We're a conservative society.
But do you think women will be able to vote someday?
Yeah, I think.
Sooner or later, you'll be able to vote.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
One of these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Good idea? فكرة حلوة.
Yes.
Good idea.
So, yeah.
Yeah. He's just saying it because he's saying it.
كنت تقول له about voting, he said no. No, elections, no.
Oh, he doesn't want women to vote?
No.
No. That guy back there, now that we've lost him, let me tell you, all you got to do, a few demonstrations, you got to organize. We have a thing in America called the National Organization of Women. You familiar with it?
I've heard of it.
You've heard of it?
Yeah.
Let's start a branch here.
Do you want me to start a demonstration?
Huh? I will come to the demonstration, yes. Don't tell these guys that.
Our commitment to them must be equal to their commitment to their country.
All the members of the royal family escaped the first day of the Iraqi invasion, all but one of the princes who got lost. I guess he was out partying or something and couldn't find his way back to the palace, and of course he happened upon the Iraqi troops and they spotted him and killed him. And so the Kuwaitis decided after liberation to build a monument in his honor, and they decided to bronze the car that he was killed in. And so we have this Lincoln Town car here as Kuwait's war memorial. That apparently is his fist coming through the roof. Next, I was granted a private audience with one of the top members of the royal family, the Minister of Information. Is there any way that you'd like to show your appreciation to me personally as an American, just as a guy who...
I'm just going to say thanks for coming by.
Just Thanks? After the war, the first thing the Al-Sabah family had rebuilt was their own set of palaces and the oil fields.
We must lead the world away from the dark chaos of dictators toward the brighter promise of a better day.
Did you use the jet skis during the war to liberate Kuwait?
Yeah.
Must be some foreign workers. Look happy.
70% of the people who live in Kuwait are foreign workers. They can't vote, own property, or use any of the free services Kuwaitis have. But they're really handy around the house, the yard, and the office.
There are things worth fighting for.
Perhaps there was no better example of the restoration of Kuwait than the rebuilding of Arab world. Saddam had stolen most of the rides and shipped them back to Baghdad.
We have, Alibaba restaurant.
The Alibaba?
Yes.
You get Arab food in the Alibaba?
Yeah.
What's your favorite dish in the Alibaba restaurant? You've never eaten there, have you?
No.
You only go to Pizza Hut.
I like pizza,
Yeah.
Fast food.
Yeah.
That's better. I think it's better.
Yeah. It's healthier too.
Yeah.
You don't have McDonald's here? Why not?
I don't know.
Do you want McDonald's?
Yes, I like it.
We'll see what we can do about that. Okay? You know, as the liberators, and the least we could do is give you McDonald's, right? You think the Kuwaiti people, do they like Bush more or Colonel Sanders?
Any person of the people here, he must like Bush. Some of the Kuwaiti people called their children, their babies with Bush.
Bush?
Yes.
I mean Kuwaitis who have had babies have named them
Yes,
Bush?
they like Bush very much.
Bush babies?
Yeah.
Don't you think that in a free country like the United States and Kuwait, having an amusement park like this strengthens the democracy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did what was right. We freed a people. Now the world looks more like America.
My vision is of a world that narrows the gap between rich and poor. A world increasingly engaged in democracy.
Well, that's a nice concept. And maybe someday Kuwait will be a true democracy. But for now, I guess we'll just enjoy our fruits of victory.
70% of American women have never had an emotionally satisfying relationship with a Republican.